In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can attract a beautiful, loyal, and relationship-oriented woman in as soon as the next 41 days. A woman who is peaceful, elegant, and understands you. Because what I'm about to share with you aren't some cheap manipulative tricks, and this isn't about how to write a killer bio on your Tinder profile or photoshopping your ways into women's DMs. And this isn't about hooking up culture, and this isn't about how to come up with a fantastic, cheesy pickup line in bars. This is about how to attract a woman for a genuine connection, long-term relationship. And if you're someone who is into high-intensity, short-term dating, this video isn't for you, I'm sorry. You can go away, no hard feelings at all. But if you're someone who's looking for a genuine connection, a woman who will be beautiful and amazing and will understand you, then this could be the most important video that you'll ever watch in your life. Because what I'm about to do is to hand you the old school way of attracting the elegant women, your dream women. Like my clients who have attracted their dream women already. Like, let's call him Jay. He couldn't understand why he was attracting only entitled women who wanted nothing else but money from him. And you know the word for those kind of women, right? So with the old school way, in a matter of 3 months, he attracted a woman of his dreams and right now in the best relationship of his life. Or like M, who is quite successful in his IT world, but was quite shy around women. And with the old school way, he found a woman of his dreams and right now, again, in the best relationship of his life, long term. Or like B, just an amazing man, kind and grounded, but couldn't understand where to start, right? With the old school way, he attracted the woman of his dreams, elegant and sophisticated, and right now is with the love of his life. You see, hundreds of successful men are finally waking up and finding their dream woman. Because despite what social media is telling you, good women are all around you. In fact, they're looking for you as well. All you need to do is use the old school way to attract these women. But before I go on and talk about how you can use the old school way to attract the woman of your dreams, we need to understand why, in the current world, highly successful men are finding it hard to attract and fall in love with their dream women. There are a number of factors that contribute to this problem, and they're mainly out of your control. So in order to understand everything, we need to dig deep and find the root cause of everything. To understand why highly successful men struggle to find and attract the love of their life and fall in love with them and find the long-term relationship, we need to look at the problem holistically. And we need to look at the current state of the world holistically. Okay, so it all starts with approaching women, right? If you don't approach women, how do you build that connection, right? The interesting part is, remember that infamous Me Too movement? It wrecked the relationship landscape. It changed the way men and women approached each other. In fact, right now, 80% of women are scared of being approached by men. That's why you'll hear things like, I already have a boyfriend, you seem like a nice guy, but I'm already taken, sorry. The Me Too movement has affected men so much that most of them are right now scared to approach women for several reasons. The first one is that they fear, they don't want to scare women off. And the second one is that they don't want to say the wrong thing. And most successful men that I have met, they are considerate and they do understand that a lot of women in this world, they are scared of being abused or harassed in one way or another when a man approaches them. Now, I'm not saying that Me Too movement was created as something against men. I'm sure it was created to help women and to empower women and speak against the harassment. But what we ended up with is that genuine men got hit bad. But what you see with the old school way is that it completely eliminates this problem. It tones down the resistance that women might have when men approach them this way. And I'm about to show you how just in a second. But the second way that Me Too movement has affected men is that men fear their reputation being harmed. Have you ever heard of this phenomenon on the internet that a man in the gym would look at a woman almost always unintentionally, and the girl would record a video of him looking at her and then post it on social media, right? Why men wouldn't be scared to approach women if this is happening, right? I feel like all odds are against men no matter what they do these days. But really, what do men do? I will tell you in a minute, but before I do that, first, the second reason why highly successful men struggle to find a good, genuine woman is that our society has brainwashed us into thinking that men are trash. And honestly, this is just ridiculous. For the past 30 years, the world has been mostly praising the woman, the feminine. You go, girl, go be the boss, babe. While these messages were created to empower women, which is absolutely fantastic, the pendulum swings too far at this point. And we hear things like, you don't need a man, men are trash. And here's the thing, demonizing men as a whole isn't helpful. It creates a climate of suspicion where good men get painted with the same brush as bad ones. Most women, just like most men, they crave a supportive and dependable partner. But when the narrative is constantly men are trash, it can make it harder for good women to see good men for who they are. The ideology of belittling men is entering the mainstream like wildfire in 2024. However, and unfortunately, that's what we ended up with. And as a consequence, many women these days are wired to see men in general as dangerous. And the thing is, genuine men suffer. Now, it's not like everything is wrong with the world and we can't do much about it. In fact, we cannot always blame the world, and part of the reasons why successful men find it hard to find and attract a good woman is they haven't built the version of themselves eligible for a long-term committed relationship. They have their business or career hacked and on lock, but not their love life. They took responsibility for their business, but they haven't taken responsibility for their love life yet. And they need to take responsibility for it. They need to take responsibility for it to make themselves eligible for a long-term committed relationship with a good woman. Now coming to the third reason, which is also an advantage for you, but here is where 90% suffer, but you won't. Women are outperforming men in employment and end rates. Women started generally outperforming men at work, higher employment rates, and there are more women than there are men in educational institutions. It's 60 to 40 women to men in colleges and universities. Hence, women started making a little bit more money than men, just generally, right? Started making a little bit more money than men, and they have a little bit higher social status than men, which means that they're not attracted to 90% of men due to natural hypergamy, right? And here's the thing. It means that an average man will find it hard to attract a mate because women are naturally drawn to men who are more successful than they are and more resourceful than they are. And that's why It might feel like all women are attracted to that one kind of man. The interesting part that is you, highly successful, top 10%, charismatic. Women tend to be attracted to someone who is more successful than they are, more resourceful than they are. And right now you're in a perfect situation because of your resourcefulness to attract a loyal and genuine, good woman. And I'm gonna hand you the old school way of attracting the woman of your dreams in just a second. But before I do that, just one little thing that I just have to mention it. Elegant women are drawn to old school manners and mutual respect. Have you ever wondered why women are attracted to men older than they are? It is because old-fashioned men tend to have old school manners and respect towards women. They deeply respect the feminine concept, the woman in front of them, and they deeply respect motherhood and they treat it like sacred, something sacred. And that's why women are naturally drawn to such morals. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go and find a woman who is 10 to 20 years younger than you are. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that your basis for attracting a good woman should be the old school way. And here's how you can attract a woman of your dreams. Finally, yeah, here's how you can attract a woman of your dreams the old school way. Step 1, know thyself. It takes a certain amount of elegant persistence from a man to get a sophisticated woman for a date. And there are a number of factors, and actually just 3 key factors that all women are attracted to, and especially elegant women, healthy women are attracted to. When you show women these things, most of the work is done. So please, please, please remember these for your life. First one, excellence, then kindness, and then generosity. Okay, excellence. Excellence is just sexy. That's why we hear stories like a professor and a student story, a business owner and an employee story. You see, here you have a check because you are successful already. You have shown excellence at work throughout your career, so that's check for you. Okay, the second key factor is kindness. I'm gonna treat her like she's nothing, so she'll be mine mindset doesn't work on good women. It might work on psychologically unstable women, but just know that everyone is tired of manipulations and all the tricks. Imagine what kind of a woman you'll attract if you use all the manipulations and stuff. If you would like to attract a woman who will then won't divorce you for money, or a woman who will love you for who you actually are, then you'll have to adapt a mindset of a true gentleman, noble, respectful to all, and compassionate. And by the way, adapt the mindset not just around women, for life. Become a true leader who doesn't need to show off all of his power and strength in the self-made fight. Think Superman, right? He is the most powerful creature on Earth. He is stronger than all people on Earth, and by the way, might be questionable for DC fans, I know, but bear with me for a second. Even when someone disrespects him in a minor way, he doesn't need to show off all of his power right there. And that's the true character. A third key factor is generosity, as I mentioned. Good women are generous with their energy in relationships, and so are old school men. Old school men are generous with compliments and actions. They don't play. They are actively showing the act of pursuit. Everyone is tired of tricks, as I told you already. Imagine what kind of a woman you'll attract if you use cheap tricks. Same with business and same with cars. If you have a cheap engine, it won't go far. If you have a cheap CRM, talent, or service, it won't work and you lose even more at the end. But I do understand that some of you might be scared of being generous with women who then will turn out to be promiscuous. I do know that. But here we will have to work on your judgment skills, right? And learn how to see past exterior and flashes and feathers and look for values congruent with your future life. Step 2, environment. I get this question most often. Where do good women go? And first answer would be nowhere. They're at home, under the wing of their father, far, far away from a party animal like you. Second answer, they're working. Remember, still to this day, the most popular place of meeting your future partner is at a workplace or through your work. And the third answer would be it'll depend on the kind of social, economic status you would like your future woman to have. And remember, some women are born into well-off families or they're making a good living themselves. So, yeah, gym centers, private gym centers, and make sure no one really films there anything. Tennis courts, golf clubs, restaurants and cafes, and gym centers with Pilates. And by the way, about the restaurants and cafes, if you're gonna tell me that all gold diggers are in high-end restaurants and cafes, this is just simply not true. The female greediness can be hidden in the cheapest bistro or cafe. And it's not the place that gotta be changed, it's your judgment system that cannot filter good and bad women. Okay? And honestly, good women, good, elegant, and peaceful women are everywhere. And here's the bonus rule for you that you might have never thought of. Try and find women through your connections and through your network. Tell all of your friends who have amazing relationships or who are already married that you would like to find a wife. And honestly, I promise women will love to do this for you. This approach is a lost art in a Western society, but it works and it's proven. Even my brother found his wife through his friend, through his best friend, because he was working with her at that time. So don't be shy. This is the safest way, and it's proven. Step 3, external advice. Surround yourself with people who are in long-term relationships or married, and they have amazing partners and they have this amazing chemistry. Get the advice. And also, after a month or so, when you're going to be in a relationship, introduce them to your partner that you think you'll most probably marry. They know you. They want the best for you. So please, please, please listen to their advice. Surround yourself with people whose lifestyle most appeals to you, whose lifestyle is not chaotic as well. You could also get some advice of experts, maybe online, psychologists, therapists, even divorce lawyers as well. They've seen the same scenarios happening again and again. Now look, maybe by this stage you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all of this knowledge. Maybe you're thinking, but how do I do that though? How does that work? And that's why, for a limited time, I'm offering these free discovery calls where we can go deep on this stuff and you can ask me any questions one-on-one. I can give you some of my thoughts regarding your situation as well. And if we find that me helping you will benefit you, will really benefit you, then we can go deeper on this stuff. If we don't, that's alright, completely fine. So again, I want you to book in a call through the link below, fill out the short form, choose the date and the time that suits you the most. And again, you can ask me any questions on the calls. We can discuss what's on your mind, any topics or similar together. And if we find that me helping you will help you get to your goals faster, then we can discuss deeper that. And if you would like to just talk with me, chat with me, and take all the value and go out there and do everything on your own, that's completely fine. No hard feelings at all. Okay? So right now, I want you to book in a call through the link below. And by the way, if there are no slots available right now, it's because so many people are booking in this free discovery calls. All you need to do is to check back in a couple of days and choose the time at that day, right? But if there are slots open right now, I want you to book in because they're free right now. So book in, and I'm looking forward to speaking to you soon.